Welcome back, everybody, to the Los Angeles Rams franchise rebuild here on Madden NFL 24. Today, we go into a game against the 7-4 Dallas Cowboys. We've lost 2 games in a row since an 8-game win streak to start our season. We have not won since Week 9, and we enter in Week 12. To start, we have a sim game against the Cardinals, and starting this game, we got to get some pressure on this team, man. Got to get at least 3+ sacks on the defensive end, and we lose the game despite matching our sack goal. Only 7 points put up by the offense, and we've now lost 3 straight games after opening this season with an 8-0 record. Things are going downhill fast. We've lost every game without Trevor Offord. We've won every game with him. This is the problem right now in the offense in this game. We cannot run the ball at all. Wagner lost a fumble, but it was recovered by the offense. But we can't move the ball right now with Trevor Offord not on the fields. And the defense still played well, only allowed 14 points. You can't lose a game like that when your defense plays that well, but we did. So now we're 8-3. And we got to face a Cowboys team that after a couple of down years, they drafted Steven Tobias, they brought him in, and now a couple years later, they are a really solid up-and-coming NFC team, while we are kind of trending downwards after a really strong start. We got to go on the road and take on the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium here today, folks, if you want a chance to go back in the win column. If you guys wouldn't mind, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments and feedback down below if you are enjoying this series. Without further ado, let's go in to Week 13. The Cowboys kick it off. We will start with the football. So an early look at the offense here in this one after 3 straight games with a couple of rough drives. Can the offense give us some life here in this one? Starting in the pistol from the 25-yard line. Allen breaks a couple of tackles, outruns a defender. Now he's off to the races on the first play from scrimmage. He's gone! 75 yards on the first play. Only at 43 yards all last week on the ground, and we nearly double it on the first play from scrimmage. Do you believe it? You cannot start a game better than that right there. The PAT is up and good. It's 7-0 Rams. The Cowboys and Tobias take over. They'll start inside their own 20-yard line. Tobias this year only 4 INTs. Similar to Jesse Wagner, both guys have hardly thrown any picks at all this year. And Tobias, right now, less touchdowns than Wagner, but similar yardage per game. Both teams like to go with a pretty good, healthy balance between the pass and ground attack. This is Davidson now on the carry. You faced him a couple of times. He's coming off a 90-yard Week 12 performance. Now through the air and overthrowing Thurston. Tobias 0 for 1. That brings up 3rd and long. You need 13 yards to get to the 50-yard line for a first down, and they won't get there. Or any yardage for that matter. It's thrown away by Tobias. The defense forces the punt, and we get it back up by a score. Had the 75-yard touchdown last time. Can we do it again? We're going to start through the air instead. Stoudemire makes the first grab. That one goes for 9 yards. Now on the slant, it's broken up. Trying to go for David Jackson. It is rich in coverage. He had a pretty good day last time we faced this Cowboys team. He and Trayvon Diggs both played very well. But Diggs no longer on the Cowboys. And Wagner made a bad pass right there to bring up 4th down. The Cowboys get it back after a Rams 3 and outs. That's Eric Stapleton there on the first completion for Tobias. Gain of 3 for him. Now back on the ground, spitting off a tackler. It's Rashad Person for the first down. It's already 3 running backs have come in to get carries. Now Tobias takes off. 4 different players with some rushing yards for Dallas. A little bit of running back by committee, plus their quarterback showing off the option. And now a loss of yardage here. Loss of 4, I think, to bring up 3rd and 7. Daniel Levy on that tackle. Tobias has a good pocket, and Stapleton has a couple of steps on his defender. From the 32. The handoff gets 2 yards for McLeod. Once again, Daniel Levy there on the tackle. He's been all over the place already. Through the air. It's hauled in by Thurston to bring up 3rd and shorts. Trying to keep this drive alive. They're going to ball fake. Over the middle, completes. First down. First red zone trip for either team here in this one. Back of the end zone and completes. Stepping up, and Tobias is taken down. Quincy Badgley and Tremaine Candidate team up for a little sandwich sack on Tobias. Only a loss of 1. That brings up 3rd down. Pressure coming once again, and Stapleton hauls this one in inside the 5. Nice throw by Tobias facing pressure. That brings up 1st and goal. This is McLeod at the 2. They're going to bring in Davidson. He is tackled from behind. Quincy Badgley brings him down. 3rd and goal, looking for a goal line stand. Rashad Person checks in. And he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Dallas responds. And they're on the board here at home. BAT will tie it up at 7 apiece. That was a 14-play, 7+ minute drive. 1st and 10 Rams. Play fake. Wagner threw it behind Stoudemire and completes. Just over a minute and change to go here in the quarter. Another incompletion. BJ Traynor has it jarred loose. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Cowboys bring 5. It's complete, but short of the line to gain. David Parson couldn't get there. Leach with 2 straight solid coverage plays. That's 2 straight Rams 3 and outs as well. So the Cowboys take over from their 28-yard line, but going backwards is Franklin Davidson. Daniel Levy wraps him up to close the first quarter. We're on the 25-yard line. Gonna start through the air. Tobias incompletes. A late break up by Daniel Levy, making plays everywhere right now. Already like 3 or 4 in the first half. And now Stapleton can hang on this time, but only a really short gain. And they have to punt. Rams take over from the 34-yard line, starting with a run. Allen his first carry since the first play of the game. Only goes for 2. And now BJ Traynor for the first down. He's been getting plenty of reps. And I think there might be maybe a depth chart problem somewhere else. I think potentially David Parson is not the starting tight end right now and is playing maybe as a receiver somewhere, because Traynor is out there a whole lot more than usual, and he's typically playing in that tight end spot. Parsons is not really, but now an unblocked defender gets to Wagner on 3rd down, and once again, the Rams are forced to punt, our 3rd straight after a 1-play touchdown drive to open this game. Not what you want to see for an offense that is coming off a really poor performance against the Cardinals. They're trying to bounce back here in Dallas, but Not much luck so far. But half of the quarter left, and they're going to keep it alive. Stapleton already has 5 receptions. Through the air and caught again. First down for Austin Thurston. He's had a couple of targets as well. Bias fakes and then misses his receiver. Thurston was wide open down the field. Lucky break for the defense. They go back to the ground and nothing there for Davidson. 5 runs, 1 yard. Doing a good job against these running backs. But we still can't stop this passing game. Tobias now 11 for 16. He links up with Pierre James up the seam that time. Now they're in our territory. Facing pressure, hit as he threw. It's out of bounds. Quincy Basnight in his face. They're going to go right back to James. He's got the first down on the outside. 3 yards shy of the red zone. Cowboys trying to give themselves the lead here. On the outside, Davidson can't get anything. In fact, he lost 2. Bradley Lynch this time steps up for the tackle for loss. Nice tackling there as well. Our linebackers right now doing a great job plugging these A and B gaps. Just knowing where these runs are going and which side they're going to. 4th and 2, the Cowboys will stay out there from the 15. Not looking for a field goal, looking for a first down instead. They give it to Davidson. He's tackled short. Carlos Ruiz and Daniel Levy. This defense's center point, the captain. And they wrap him up. No chance that time for Davidson. There was no blockers ahead of him. And we take over at the 14-yard line with a minute and change to go and a chance to tack on more to this game. We're still tied at 7 after all, so could use a field goal lead before halftime. Got 2nd down coming up after that short gain. Cowboys bring 4, pressure coming, and Wagner never got rid of it. Sacks like that, you just cannot take, man. Gotta throw the ball away next time. On 3rd and 23, we're not even gonna try to go for a first down. We hand it off. Dallas burns their 2nd timeout, but now they have time. A minute and a few seconds to spare, and they're already within field goal range. Austin Thurston down the sideline. He beats Antonio Stroud. From the 36, Stapleton inside our 30-yard line. And they will take their last timeout with 10 to go. The field goal is up and good. And like always, we can't seem to help ourselves allowing our opponent to score going into halftime. It's almost every game. Last week was, I think, the only exception to this rule. Almost every other game, they're scoring before halftime, and we are not. It's 10-7. Our only points came on the first play from scrimmage. Meanwhile, the Giants are having some early struggles here against the 2-9 Philadelphia Eagles. The Jaguars facing their division rival Texans. They're up at the break in a big way. And Michael Moreland's Bears lead the Lions approaching halftime 21-14. Both teams trying to stay over 500 on the season as they are both 6-5. But the Cowboys, after scoring before halftime, well, they get the ball back to start the 3rd quarter. So can our defense once again do their best to keep us in this game while the offense figures things out? Nice pressure from Basnight, forces a bad throw from Tobias, and now we've got 3rd down and long. Tobias, incomplete, knocked away by Damon Johnston. Really big breakup right there to force an early 3-and-out, and we take over 1st and 10. Starting from the 36-yard line, over the middle on the first play of the half. It's picked off by Armstrong. Wagner's first INT since week 2. And it comes here down by 3 against a really good team. And that one squarely on him, just did not see the safety. And the Cowboys get it right back from midfield. Pressure coming from Tobias, and he throws a pick, and we get it right back off his back foot. And he severely underthrew this one. The Rams get it right back, back-to-back picks by both quarterbacks. Don't see that very often. But yeah, off his back foot, trying to go for Stapleton, but significantly underthrew it. And I was right. We have David Parson playing as the slot receiver these last couple of weeks since Alford got hurt. I didn't realize this. This has to have had a huge impact on our offense. So we're going to move Jackson to the slots. And in terms of the receivers, I'm going to bring in Jadon McCullum over Martez Kyle and see if this will give us some kind of a boost offensively. But I'm sure that taking Parson out of the starting role in the slot will help us out, because a tight end playing there is a recipe for disaster. We start our next drive on the ground. 8 yards here for Demarius Allen. We're already in Dallas territory. Second down over the middle. H-Chan for the first. Only 51 passing yards so far, man. Hardly any signs of life from the offense, but here's McCullum for a first down. Nice gain of 23 right there through the air. And on this one, he just straight up beat his matchup off the line. He's got a really good release and really good speed, so he makes do with it there. You dump it off for Allen on the next play, but that one goes nowhere. Second down, through the air, it's caught by Stoudemire to bring up 3rd and 2. Just inside the 10. Hand off to Allen. He outruns his blocker, then is tackled short. At the 8-yard line, Tucker Andrews makes the tackle. And like Dallas did earlier, we stay out there on 4th and shorts inside the 10. Hand off to Perry Kaysen, scanning for a hole. He finds one and gets the first down. We are inside the 5. 1st and goal. Fullback dive. It's the rookie, Jerry Barnett. Touchdown Rams. We're back in front. PAT from Glenn Douglas, up and through. It's 14-10. Really good response on that drive to match that INT. Now Tobias has to shake off that momentum-changing play. Half the quarter left. They start inside their own 25-yard line. Nice run here after a couple of juke moves for Davidson. He only gets 3 yards. Averaging less than 1 yard per carry so far. The run defense has been stellar. He brought 6 that time in pressure. A quick throw gives Dallas the first down. Already 7 grabs for Eric Stapleton here. And 66 yards through the air. Nice tackle by Quincy Basnight. Play action. Down the field. Broken up by Johnston. Trying to go for Pierre James. That brings up another 3rd down. Tobias can't link up with the running back. Davidson can't hang on. Another punt forced by this defense. We get it back up by 4. RPO, it's complete. To Stoudemire for the first down. We're still 2 weeks out from getting Alford back, but he's the only injury once again coming into this game. So hopefully we can just close this game out, win it, and then hopefully win our next couple of games, and then Alford comes back, and we hopefully just run the goddamn table and finish our year with only 3 losses under our belts. But Wagner's picked again! His 2nd pick of the half and the quarter. Reed jumps the pass, and Dallas takes over again. A very late throw for Stoudemire, who was open way before that. Wagner with a late release time, and the Cowboys take advantage. Starting just inside their 40. We cannot afford a third INT? If so, we're going to lose the game. There's Stapleton for a 5-yard pickup to bring up another third down. Trips bottom of your screen. He'll dump it off, and once again, the Cowboys can't get anything going. Carlos Ruiz. At the last tackle, George Vance makes that one, and we take over again. But if we throw one more pick, this game's over. I'm saying it right now. 1st and 10. Allen finds a hole and fights for the first down. Really good job by him, man. 7 carries, 104 yards. The third quarter is over. We're still in front, and we're driving. Starting from the 37-yard line. New set of downs. Allen outside, finds some room. Up inside their 45. He's starting to really get going here in the second half. We play fake on 1st and 10, and linking up with David Jackson. A nice strike thrown by Wagner to move the chains. RPO again. Outside to Parson. He reaches across for the first down. 10-yard pickup. Another play fake. And now overthrown for Parson. Gonna keep it through the air, and now over the top. Parson in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Had to thread the needle that time, but Wagner with a really tight window throw, and he got it to our number 1 tight ends. Right between the corner and the safety, who wasn't looking. And we now have a 2-score lead with just over 9 to play. Big drive right there. Only took 2 minutes off the clock. The Cowboys take over at their own 34. Tobias links up with Stapleton. And they're already in Rams territory, man. Tobias now 20 for 32. Stapleton had at least 3 steps on George Vance that time. But they're going backwards, and the ball's loose. It's recovered by Dotson, and the Rams take over again. That was Carlos Ruiz and Daniel Levy. 2 guys that have been playing lights out here in this game. They had the 4th down tackle earlier, and now they jar the ball loose. And the second-year safety, Jonathan Dotson, recovers it. Our second turnover forced off of Dallas. We get it back up to the 48-yard line. This Cowboys rush defense, top 5 all year long. They're getting diced up right now by Demarius Allen. This time, though, he is swallowed up to bring up 3rd and 5. Need the 46 for a first down, but another unblocked defender gets to Wagner. This time, it's Nate Lucas. And that one is squarely on Kevin Campbell, who just was a complete turnstile on that play. So that drive goes nowhere off the turnover. The Cowboys get it back, still down by 11. They start on the ground. 5 yards for Davidson. To bring up 2nd and medium. Floating it over the top and broken up down the field. George Vance. Some tight coverage. They're still inside their own 20, and now it's overthrown for his receiver. Levy in coverage. Having a fantastic game. The Cowboys have to go for it. And he got time. First down for Austin Thurston. Just under half of the quarter left. Tobias flushed out, but he finds his receiver for a near first down. 3 yards to go on 2nd, and they've got it. Uh-oh, flag down on the screen pass. That's going to be rough on the passer. They call it almost every game these days. And there it is. Tack on 15 more. Warren Terry is almost always the culprit. Him or Quincy Basnight. Over the middle. It's caught. Thurston straight away. Touchdown, Dallas. A huge touchdown just across midfield. And this game is nowhere near over. It's a 1-score game. Thurston just simply splits the safeties. And we were playing zone coverage. They're going for 2. They're in the end zone with Davidson. It is a 3-point game with exactly 4 minutes left to go. Every game seems to go a similar way. The teams kind of trade scores in the first half. One team leads. Third quarter, trade more scores, and then fourth quarter comes around, and we just can't pull away. I don't understand it. Can we get this drive going? David Jackson outside to bring up 3rd and 2. From the 34-yard line, we've got the first down. Demarius Allen moves the sticks. Now it's Perry Cason's turn. On the outside, not much there. Out of the warning, Allen comes back in and runs for the first down, and Dallas has to burn their first timeouts. Right back to Allen, fighting for yardage, only gets 3 this time. Dallas uses their second to last timeouts. Now they have to use their last one. On 3rd down, we are going to throw it. We're going for the win. A first down should do it, and we got it to Jackson on the outside. Completion number 17 for Jesse Wagner wins us the ball game, 21-18. It's never easy, but we got the win. We're back in the win column. The 3-game losing streak is over. We are 9-3 on the season, folks. We have a 3-game lead now on this division. Gotta feel good about that. Trailing at halftime, I think it was because of having David Parson in the slot. I think that changed the offense for the better in that second half, gave us a few more consistent drives. Despite a pretty poor day from Wagner in total, we still got the win. His first pick since week 2, his first multi-pick game since week 1. But we step up. The defense played extremely well. We got the win. A couple of really nice punts forced by this defense too. David Parson hauls in a touchdown. McCollum with, I think, his first catch all season long. Had that 1 sack only from Baz Knight and Candidate, but it was a big one. A big pick by Dotson. And he also recovered the fumble too, so he had a pretty big day. But how about Daniel Levy? He forces the fumble, 16 tackles, 3 for a loss. He was amazing, and our kicker was back to knocking them through in totality, 3 for 3. Let's talk about some contract negotiations here to close out the episode, folks. Going to withdraw offers for Johnson and for Morgan Stoudemire, who I think is better fit to become a free agent. David Parson is 31 years old. He's probably going to regress, so we're going to let him test again. But Greg Teal, I think, is a big part of this offensive line. Even though he's 31, I think he still has some good years left in him. So we're going to offer him a big deal because he has been a really key piece of this interior in the trenches. And Cole Graham was a guy that I also want to bring back, man. He always seems to make plays in these games. Always gets a couple of sacks each year and is a good run stopper, so he will return on that 2-year contract. We're going to let Lance Hinton test. But Ricard here was actually been a solid linebacker option for us off the bench. So we're going to bring him back on a 1-year deal. We'll also bring back backup right tackle Bronson Thomas and Lawrence Burns, who's been here since he was drafted. We're going to let Antonio Stroud test. Same goes for Dalton Carter, who's been a backup right guard for a couple of years. And we'll also look to get some improvements to this tight end room behind potentially next year's number 1, BJ Traynor. I'm also looking for running back in the draft, so Demarius Allen will become a free agent, and so will Devon Achane. And lastly, Steve Avila, longtime offensive lineman for us, and he's going to come back again because he is still really, really good. The last 2 guys that we have to decide contracts for, the last 3, I guess, are Warren Terry, Candidates, and Jesse Wagner, all of whom have relatively low interest. But Warren Terry has been here since the get-go, and he's a big part of this defensive line, this front four. I think he deserves a new contract, so he does get one. A one-year deal with about $16 million. But now we got to figure out who to offer. Tremaine Candidates or Jesse Wagner, because both guys have low interest, and if you sign one guy, that leaves just barely not enough money to bring in the other guys. So it's either Wagner here, or it's Candidates, or neither guy. Not going to make that choice right now, but those are the last two offers left to make in negotiations. We go into week 14 at 9-3, facing the 5-7 Seattle Seahawks. And in the playoff picture right now, we still have the 1 seed. The Packers are now 8-4 behind us. Buccaneers are also 8-4, and so are the Giants, who end up losing to Philadelphia in week 13. But the Bills have the first overall seed right now in the AFC. And the reason is because they have yet to lose a game. Trevor Offord is going to come back in 2 weeks' time. But we face the Bills very soon, and they're 12-0. The only undefeated team left. They've already clinched a playoff spot, and we face them in week 15 without Trevor Offord. So that's coming up next time, folks. Can we stay in the win column, beat Seattle, and also beat the only undefeated team left in the entire league? We'll find out next time around, folks. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.